This week, Streatham is displaying its diverse food culture with the Streatham Food Festival. From the 1st to 10th of July, over 40 eateries are offering dishes for £4 to £7. People touring the high street can eat in or take away the great food they've missed out on over lockdown. I'm visiting 5 eateries taking part to show you what you can get on discount. This is an off-licence with a lot of taste. Art and Craft stock artisan local spirits, wines and around 150 types of craft beer. This includes some from the vegan Inkspot Brewery in Streatham. If you're an alcohol aficionado, this is a chance to buy the local Inkspot beer here discounted, or get to know craft beer.
The Inkspot Brewery are responsible for these 3 here. So the yellow one, yellow and green, is a lager. The purple one here is a milk stout, and the orange and yellow is a pale ale.
Craft beer really began in America in the 90s, but it's blown up in the last 20 years, so now breweries are popping up all over London. Down a cobbled Streatham Street is Smoke and Cure, an award-winning smokehouse. They put time, flavour and expertise into making cured bacon, charcuterie and smoked salmon. This festival they're offering 20% off their artisan products.
So this is bacon, right? But it's not like the bacon that you would sort of associate with what you get at the supermarket. So what we will do is we'll take a really high quality or free range Gloucester Old Spot pork, and then we'll dry cure that with salts and some botanicals, things like bay and juniper, and that process will take somewhere between a week and 2 weeks. And then instead of sort of turning it around really fast in a few days, like is what you would normally expect from bacon, what we will do is we'll hang it here for another month, and in doing so it will lose more of its moisture and the flavours will intensify and become an entirely different product, and we love it. So
their business all began with test smokes in backyards, but now they're a gem of Streatham.
The style of produce is charcuterie,
right,
and the particular cut is collar, and the name that we would give it is copper, which is the Italian name for collar. It's great. Actually, that just won an award.
Their salmon tasted nothing like the salmon you get in supermarkets and was unbelievably fresh and bursting with flavour.
Most buttery, moist smoked salmon you've ever tasted, and it's right here in Streatham.
I've come to visit a cafe with a healthy food philosophy. Be Wild puts your nutrition first. Alba opened Be Wild last year to fill the gap in the market for cafes serving whole foods and no refined sugar. They have a gym and offer personal training sessions there too. Your PT?
Yeah, so I'm a level 3 qualified PT, but I'm also a nutritionist as well. So part of my coaching was nutrition, and also it's just going around different countries, mainly the States, and just seeing what other people are doing and replicating and making it better for ourselves as well. So about knowledge of what's good foods, whole foods, and effectively what makes your tummy feel good, because that's directly correlates to what's into your brain. It's about feeling good mentally and physically as well.
The banana bread was delicious without refined sugar. You can get their banana blueberry vegan protein pancakes for just £6. This is a chickpea curry, plantain and rice served at the vegan restaurant Tribe. This will only cost £7 on the food tour. Their menu is very eclectic with some African influence. From their plantain to porridge and burgers to bakewells, Tribe makes a vegan diet look delicious and varied. Lockdown hit a lot of businesses hard. However, for Green Cactus, the Italian cafe, it was a time of innovation and a lot of baking.
We invented last summer for the lockdown to try to do the focaccia, and then became really famous. So we started to produce a lot of focaccia, in our basement, and it became quite popular around here.
Their focaccia, filled with portobello mushrooms, rocket, tomatoes and salads, was up there with the best sandwiches I've eaten, and is discounted on the food tour.
We use 2 different types of flour, and then some of our secrets. And basically we make it in the morning quite early. We make it raise the dough. Then we're gonna start to divide all our dough to 150 grams balls. Okay, we make it nice and round and shiny, and then we basically leave it there for another about an hour and a half until they don't grow even more. Then basically we push them down. Okay, then we leave it there another hour and a half more or less to make it grow again, and we start to bake it.
Every month there's a competition to choose a customer to invent their own focaccia to go on the menu.
So for example, the last month was Martina Focaccia, that is our customer that is supporting us from the beginning. And she chose, for example, the boyfriend coming from Barcelona, so they tried to put together different ingredients. They wanted to get the salmon, they wanted a fresh sandwich, so we decided to make like a navo mayo, okay, with the salmon, fresh cucumber and pickled onion. So
As well as cakes and salads, there's lots of vegetarian and vegan focaccias. Andrea says his inspiration comes from the Italians and how they make the panini of Tuscany and Liguria on the west coast.